Well, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Selma Seila Amelia. I come from TBI2 class and my name is 212100043. And in this session I want to describe the causative variable in second language acquisition. For the first is causative variable. The causative variable in second language acquisition refer to the factor that affect how individuals learn a second language. To acquire a second language, two conditions are necessary: comprehensible input containing I plus 1 structure a bit beyond the acquired current level, and low or weak effective filter to allow the input in. However, the hypothesis that comprehensible input plus low filter are the true causative variable predict quite well when exposure variable relate to second language acquisition, and way they do not. And for the next is language teaching. Does it helps? So the classroom's main function is to provide comprehensible input in environment conducive to allow filter. So especially for beginner and foreign language who cannot easily utilize informal environments, language teaching helps when it is the main source of low filter comprehensible input, and less helpful when rich sources of input variable. Research literature support this generalization, confirming that language teaching helps second language acquisition when it supplies comprehensible input, which is the true case of second language acquisition. For the next is exposure variable. For exposure refers to the contact that the learner has with the language that they are trying to learn, either generally or with specific language points. Referring to the language in general it's often refers to contact outside the classroom. In other words, can be called as how they will practice. And for the next is age. Age in English language acquisition from Christian Long and Seila reviewed the available empirical research on the effect of age and second language acquisition and conclude that all published studies were consistent with these three generalizations. For the first is adult process through the early stage of second language development faster than children do, and for the second is older children acquire faster than younger children. Time and exposure held constant. And for the third is acquirers who begin natural exposure to second language during childhood generally achieve higher second language proficiency than those beginning as adults. And for the last is acculturation. The definition of acculturation is when two cultures meet, a complicated and multi-phase process begins. And Schumann defines two types of acculturation. For the type 1 is the learner is socially integrated with the TL or target language group, and as a result develop sufficient contact with TL speakers to enable him to acquire the TL. And for the type 2 acculturation has all the characteristics of type 1. But in this case, the learner regard the TL speakers. For example, 45 group whose lifestyles and values he consequently or unconsequently desires to adopt. And maybe that's all of my presentation. Enough for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.